as if manufacturing industry is not the only field, let's look at how intelligence tools are used in the finance sector. Again, another one of those key fields that is at the heart of every business. Now, in the finance sector, the risk assessment and management of any business are best placed by using algorithms, and these algorithms can be embedded within a robot such that the robot will be able to ascertain whether or not a business move or a business step will be high risk or will be managed very well given the circumstances the company is going through. Of course, you can also take one example, like as a customer, I want to borrow some money from a bank. Okay, when I go to get the loan from the bank, the intelligence tools within this finance sector will be able to get my profile, analyze how I fared when I got a loan in the past. They will be able to analyze my credit score. They'll be able to analyze based on whether or not I'm in full-time employment or business. They'll be able to tell that looking at different factors, this person will either be able to pay back the loan or they are not likely to pay back the loan. Whichever the case is, they will make that information available to management so that they can quickly make a decision whether or not I am credit worth and I am capable of paying back the loan once I borrow the money. Intelligence tools within the finance sector also help combat fraud. I'm sure once in a while we all have received a phone call from the bank saying, we've noticed that your credit card or debit card was used in such and such a place. Is it you who was there and doing the purchasing, or do you think your card has been compromised? And then you'll be able to say, oh, yeah, that is because I went there for holiday. Now, why do you get such a call? It's because the intelligence tools within the finance sector usually keep track of your purchasing options. Which places do you often go to purchase groceries, to purchase clothes, to do this and that? Which places do you normally go to eat, to watch a movie? And because they know these are the geographical areas where this credit card or debit card is most often used, they will call you should they see that today, all of a sudden, you are outside of that geographical zone. You are in a complete new area or new geographical zone, and you are using your credit card. So they'll call you just to confirm. If it is found that you are not the one who is in that area and yet your card has been used to purchase something, then they can ask you for permission to block that card so that, if it is in the wrong hands, the other people do not just go on shopping rampage and use your credit card for that. So that again is one good thing about these intelligence tools in the finance sector. Customers are at the heart of every business, the finance sector inclusive. Now, you need to ensure you keep looking after your customers if you don't want to run out of business, because it's the customers that are driving the business. It's the customers that are enabling you to make huge profits. Therefore, constantly being in touch with a customer, making sure the customer is satisfied, is one of the things that every business, whether elsewhere or in the finance sector, we would do almost every time they want to make sure the customer is satisfied. They'll ask you if you walk in, oh, hi, how are you? How are things? And do you think there's anything we can do to improve the business, to improve the services to you? That is because they want to retain you and ensure you are satisfied at all costs. Why? Because you are the reason they are there. Now, the job of interacting with customers, trying to find out how satisfied they are with services, whether or not there are suggestions they would want to put across to management, is something that the robots can easily handle because they can work 24/7. Any customer who rings the business can get answers, solutions, and suggestions from these robots because they have been fed with all the details and they can make logical conclusions based on the query that is coming from the customer. Therefore, customer interactions, a priority of every business, can best be handled by these intelligence tools within this sector. Again, repetitive things can easily be given to robots to handle. You don't want the human resource, which is the highest resource or the best resource you've got, to be, to be handling certain queries like, oh, when is my loan being approved? Oh, how much am I going to pay back to you this month? You want the dedicated machine or device like a robot to answer those questions and leave the human resource to focus their attention on other important tasks. Therefore, the automation of these repetitive tasks or jobs is yet another task that robots within this sector can easily handle. We all know there's no human being that can operate 24/7, 365 days in a year without making errors. We all make errors. However, the robots that are being used are less prone to making errors. Why? Because what they have been fed is what they will give out. A number, for example, if you are going to, do some number punching in, 0 is always 0. 0 will never be O. While a human being can easily make that mistake, a robot can't, because 0 and O are completely different. Errors of transposition, for example, where you are supposed to type, a word like come, and for some reason you transpose C and O, a robot will never do that. Why? Because the spell checker, the inbuilt spell checker, will automatically correct that so that the work comes out very, very well. And this, again, thankfully, to intelligence tools, is something that, has been reduced. You do not usually see such errors because in the intelligence tools that are applied in these areas are all equipped with built-in error checking mechanisms and algorithms. Therefore, the robots, again, come to the best practice of it all.